the birthdays that are in the house tonight, y'all? I need to see birthday hands in the air. I see balloons and don't have no names, no nothing. You got a B-Day, baby. Make your way to the front so we can put you on tonight, mama. You ready? What's your name? Chanel. Say she got a B-Day. Thea got a B-Day in the building one time. Hey, look, them texts be working, okay? Because half of the time I can't understand what they saying. So send a text to y'all. Hey, we ain't gonna let the cruise go. Let the beat ride on, Chanel. Hey. Shout out to the big man in the building, y'all. Stephen A. Smith is here. What's up, Hanson? Yeah. All the grown and sexy in here tonight. All the B-Days in the back, y'all, we see you. We gon' keep it smooth, y'all. And more mama, and like this, look. They ain't messing with no average shit, pop, pop. They the Bella, they know that they hit the jackpot. I'ma do it for my ladies one time, huh? Keep it smooth, yo, I know you got your ground, huh? Go ahead and get the bag, and keep it cute. Tell them meet you outside if they on the move. Yeah, and I'ma do it like I want to. Cause Bella, baby, we be about the truth we gon' do. Exactly what we wanna, get it in quick. We all about the business, get it in quick. Yeah, and if you wanna meet up at the bar, tell the bartender pull you a shot, you a star. Yeah, and if you ain't a star, you be a pro. And if you run a pro or amateur, then you would know. Yeah, and we ain't keeping on cruise. But Belladonna know exactly what we do. Look, so we be right here, kicking money all night. You should be up in my bed. Ooh, do you mind? Do you mind? Ooh, do you mind? Do you mind? So we be right here, kicking money all night. But you should be up in my bed. Ooh, do you mind? Do you mind? Ooh, do you mind? Do you mind? Hey, look, you know I gotta do it for the canvas. I heard y'all be too sensitive. Y'all, I heard y'all still like the party. Just like the Geminis did last one. Yeah, we gon' catch up to it. Half note every Thursday, you know we fluent. Too smooth in the building, keep the scramble rolling. Hey, we're too smooth, keep the camera rolling. You know I be you, you know we stay fly. Always at the bar, mamas know you stay high. And if you lying about the truth, then baby, I ain't even gotta show it, we the proof. Cause if you got the Belladonna, then you know what we do. Yeah, you came here to party hard. Yeah, if you came here to party hard, we get it in.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Mignon Show. I am your host, Mignon.
And I'm your co-host, Roz.
And we just want to say Happy Labor Day to everyone.
Y'all see where we at?
Yes, working, always working. But today is the official, well, I'm going to say official, end of the summer, right?
Yes.
This is their last cookout and everything for the summer. Because in 3 weeks from today, it will be fall.
Yes. I'm just happy school starts, so I don't care what season it is. As long as it's the season when the bus coming to pick up my kids tomorrow, it could be winter, spring, summer, whatever's coming to pick up my kids on this bus tomorrow, that's the season we can be in.
Man, I can't wait for fall. I love fall. Fall is one of my favorite seasons of the year.
The leaves are beautiful. I like the leaves. The leaves are really beautiful, especially when you drive down a street that has nothing but a whole bunch of trees and you see how beautiful the creation is.
Yes.
Of all these.
I
will say
that. So all the beautiful colors, the
Yeah.
oranges and yellows and browns and everything. Yeah,
you gotta rake 'em.
yeah. But I just love it. I'm excited for fall. I'm excited for everything. And I don't even, you know what, I'm not even going to talk about fall yet because it's still officially summer. We still got a few more days, right?
Look at this mermaid. She probably thinking about how many more times she's going to get in this water before it's officially fall.
Before it's officially closed,
that's
right?
What she's thinking about. Well, today, well, not our VIP pool, but The pool's closed today.
The pools are closed
today is
today.
the last day.
The last day.
Yeah, because they close them. They open them like Memorial Day and
Yes.
close them Labor Day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so this is, but we got a VIP pool.
We got a VIP
Shout out
pool.
to our VIP pool member.
Yes, yes. We got our passes.
Yes,
we got our passes.
I got my pass to put my feet in it anytime I want to.
Yep.
Because that's about all I'm gonna do. So, so yeah.
So it has been a great week.
Yep.
It has been a very
Blessed,
great
booked, and
week.
busy.
It's been a great
Well.
week. So how was your week? Because I'm going to talk about my week, but how's your week been?
I don't know if my week has been too great, but it's been blessed. Yeah, just very interesting. Just a lot of family dynamics, and I know some of you guys watched my husband live video yesterday. Thanks for watching. I didn't even know about it until you guys hit me up about it, about that he left a video. So my husband did get injured. So he's a couch potato right now, and if you know the Manleys, we do not sit still at all. So this has been a transformation for him. Luckily, clap it up, because he doesn't have to have surgery at this time.
Yes, yes.
God is good, because that's the hardest thing. You know, the art of not
Yes,
knowing
not
is
knowing.
worse than knowing yourself. Like, just having to wait to go see a specialist and see what's going on. So he doesn't have to have surgery, but we're still on the road to recovery. A long road, so we'll just say that. So just keep us in prayers for that. So I have been mainly blessed, booked, and busy being a wife.
There you go.
Being on my wife duties.
There you go.
Because you know when men get sick, you know we gonna get sick and we gonna still figure stuff out and do what we gotta do, right? When men get sick, it's you know, all that kind of stuff. Like, they
I
big
don't know.
babies.
That's me too, because I'm not the type of person that gets sick.
Oh my goodness! Well, look, I
don't get sick.
I had to call his mama on him. Like, that's how serious the guy. I was like, look, either you do what the doctor said, or I'm gonna call your mother. And sure enough, that worked though, because his mother doesn't live far from us. So I literally picked up the phone like, look, you want to come sit on this couch with your son for these weeks? Because he couldn't go up the steps or anything either, so we had to like stay on the main floor. So I didn't want to be petty and go sleep in the room, because he can't go sleep in the room. So I'm I've been uncomfortable with you too. So I'm gonna need you to start whining, because I want to whine, but
Right.
needless to say, God is good. On the road to recovery, no surgery. That's the best blessing it is, because anytime you have surgery, it's a risk. I don't care if it's an in and out procedure,
Yes.
whatever. When you are on anesthesia, it's a risk. So it's just basically been focused on making sure he was okay, kind of rearranging our lives and trying to figure out how things going to go, because my husband is definitely the king, the head of our household. So there's a lot of stuff that he takes on. So, you know, when one is down, the other one step up. So now I have to step up and make changes. Kids are school tomorrow, so I have to like make sure everything is good, but I'm here for it. So that's kind of been how
Your week been
how
going.
my week has been going.
In mommy and wifey mode.
Mommy and wifey
Ain't nothing
mode.
wrong with that.
It ain't nothing wrong with
Ain't
that.
nothing
It's
wrong
a
with
true
that.
blessing, and I feel like sometimes God sits you down anyway.
Absolutely.
And I feel like this was a time that we were just doing a lot of stuff, and neither one of us really paid attention to the signs of God. Said it was time to sit down and figure out some things and listen to Him talk. So I feel like He got sit down, because the way his injury happened, can't nobody believe how it happened. So I think it happened. God was like, "Oh, okay, you don't want to listen to me. You gonna even when God speaks, even the devil listen. You
Yes.
know. So I feel like,
Have
oh,
to.
you don't want to listen to me. Let me show you what I can do. So I feel like this is the time for us to really sit down, get our family ties back together, because, you know, we believe in God, family, community in that order. And sometimes when life happens, you kind of miss some steps, you know, not intentionally. It's just life. So I think this is where we are right now, where it was like God was like, look, this is your foundation. This is the order in which I have gave your life, and this is what you need to be focused on right now is family. So I think that's what we're going to take a break a little while and do that. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like you said, you know, sometimes in life, you know, because we are moving so fast, you know, sometimes we need to sit down, and sometimes it may not be the way we want it,
Right.
you know,
Agreed.
but it may not be the way we want it, but, you know, anytime we know that we're sitting in that place, you know, a lot of thinking goes on, a lot of talking to God, a lot of reasoning, you know, and shoot, we're 4 months now away from 2020, so, you know, God maybe, you know, need to download some visions and things of where He want the head of this household to go.
Right.
You know, a lot of times we just moving and doing things, and because it seems right, we think it's right.
Right.
But all the time, you know,
right.
you may have to go into another direction. So I'm just thankful that he don't have to have surgery right
Thank
now.
you for your prayers. Thank you
Yes,
for checking on us.
yes.
Thank everybody for prayers and checking on us. we truly do appreciate it.
Yes, it's all about healing now. So all you got to do
Amen.
is heal now. So
And sit on that couch while I call his mom.
yes, so Tony, you know you are in my prayers, and we want this to be a fast recovery for you. So do what your wife said, and don't have her calling mommy on you again.
Yes, because I will. You see, you already see she came over there with the vengeance. She wasn't playing.
Okay.
She came right over there.
You can't play.
I said, I need to step out. Can you come on guard duty real quick and like guard him and make sure? And she was right on over there. So shout out to my mother-in-law for
Shout out
doing
to
her
her.
thing.
And it's all about that family,
Yeah.
right? You got to make sure, and it's important at times like this that you really have to use
Right.
your village
Right.
of everybody that's around you.
And that's why you never know who you're gonna need or when you're gonna need them. And that's why that you always forgive and forget, like move on, let things be, because you never know. We didn't know this was gonna happen. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We had no idea that this was gonna happen, and now it's rearranging everything. You have to call on some folks. You gotta call on your village. And I definitely have been reaching out, like, I need this, can you help me do this, can you make sure this? And I'm blessed, so I thank God for that.
Absolutely.
And your week?
My week, oh my goodness, it started out really good.
Okay.
You know, it started out good. Got some things together business-wise, so
Okay.
I am happy about that.
Okay.
And then like around Wednesday, I had this reoccurring, well, I had injured my back a few years ago. And so on Wednesday, oh my goodness, all of a sudden these back pains just came on me. And I was in the bed for like, what was it, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so that's 4 days. I was in the bed for 4 days because of my back.
You
and
and
it
your
was hurting.
partner.
Girl, my back was hurting so bad I couldn't even get out the bed. Even my mother had came in my room probably like about Friday just to see. She didn't even think I was home. She said, I didn't heard you moving around. I didn't know you were here. And I said, yeah, I'm here, but my back been bothering me. Oh, my goodness. So my mother to the rescue. Mother to the rescue. She had ordered this cream. And you know the latest craze, that everybody is doing. They're talking about the CBD oil and all of that. So she had this cream that had that in it. And so she said, just put this on your back. She said, I put it on my knees, and I haven't been having no problem. And if anybody know my mom suffers with a lot of knee issues. And so I was like, okay, if she ain't having no problem, then it's working, right?
Right.
I put that cream on my back. The first night, just put it on my back. It was good. It was good. So the next day, I thought about it. I said, you know what? I need to get my heating pad because I know heat helps my back a lot. So put the cream on Saturday, put the heating pad on, and when I tell y'all, I couldn't even believe when I woke up in the morning that I had slept through the whole night.
Okay.
Because, you know, when you're in pain, you wake up like with your
Waking
back
up.
or your knee
Yep.
or whatever. Every turn, twist and turn, you moving over, it'll wake you up out your sleep because that's how severe the pain is. And so I couldn't even believe that I had slept through the whole night. And I was like, that worked.
Right. Okay.
And I was able to get up and go out, and I enjoyed my nephew's Jamil birthday party yesterday.
Shout out to Jamil.
Yes, shout out to Jamil. And then so even that day, I'm going through the day, and I'm like, I ain't had no pain. I was like, okay. So I just knew, I was like, okay, I know when I get home tonight, I know I overdid it. I'm going to be in so much pain.
I was about to say, but here's the thing. You overdoing it. Like, you get some relief, and then you like, oh, I ain't in no pain. I can do. But then, so
well, I'm
hit.
thinking last night, I'm like, okay, I know I overdid it. I
Okay.
said, I'm preparing for the pain of what I'm going to go through
so
last
no
night. No pain.
Okay.
I didn't even put the cream on last night.
I was about to ask you that. Did you
I
put
just
cream?
slept with the heating pad on my back.
Okay.
Again, woke up this morning, nothing. I was like, oh, God, I love it. Because I'm telling you, it was amazing because I was like, oh, my God, I don't know what's going on with my back, but I am going to get it checked out.
I'm about to say, so we're going to get it checked.
I am going to get it checked out to make sure that everything, well, I know everything is not okay. I already know that. But at least I'm going to know what's going on.
Yeah. And that's the thing, that's important. Like, when something hurting and you go to doctors and they can't figure out what's going on, but you know something hurt, you don't like that. Like, I don't want to be dying, but I want to know what's wrong so we can help it. Like,
I want to know.
So we need to get your back checked.
I definitely want to know what's going on because
you
I
got
know
stuff
I have had 2 back injuries when I was in car accidents. So I do know, and they did tell me before, my chiropractor back then told me that usually with the type of injuries that I've had, that they do come back later in life. And so I guess this time, it's later in life, but now I got to see what I got to do now so I can be, comfortable, because when I'm telling you, that ain't no joke. When your back It's bothering you like that. You can't even walk. Just to walk. I didn't have no problems sitting up or anything, but I had pain just to walk.
Wow.
And it was very debilitating. So
your partner get injured, and then you injured. So both of y'all need to just be sitting on the couch watching Netflix.
But see, this the second time. This the second time I've experienced this within 60 days. I didn't tell anybody the first time it happened. It happened to me.
And then you ain't go to the doctors the first time either, did you?
Lesson. I just took a lot of painkillers.
Lesson.
And so it happened to me again in July. And then it went away. But then I had problems with my leg. So I'm like, okay, my back is hurting, my leg is hurting. Okay, it's getting severe. But it stopped. I said, but when it came back this time, I said, you know what? I got to see what's going on.
You don't deal with your issues, they will deal with you.
Because it could be if something is on a nerve, and I got to deal with that if it's on a nerve.
You got to deal with it, period.
Yes.
So now I'm going to be checking on you. Did you go to the doctor yet? Did you call the doctor yet? Did you call the... I'm on the way taking Tony to the doctors. Do I need to come take you to the doctor?
I'm going Thursday.
Okay, all right.
So I get to go Thursday so I can start the process of what is going on. So
well, we will definitely
keep me in your prayers, everyone.
I definitely will be keep me in prayer. I can't have both of y'all broken up. It's only one of me.
Okay, it's so funny.
I can't be going to both of y'all.
And it's so funny because everybody kept on saying, "Oh my God, you don't look 50." I'm like,
I feel it now. I was thinking that. I was like, maybe. I
feel 50.
Maybe it's too early for the 50 joke. I ain't gonna give it to you yet.
I feel it.
But I was about to.
Thank you to those two people in my life that hit me in the back, totaled my cars, and messed up my back, and now I'm still dealing with you people.
Welcome
I thought you people
50.
were gone.
Welcome to 50. All the joys of being 50.
All the joys. But you know what? Taking it in stride.
Yep.
Taking it in stride. So that's how my weekend was, guys. And so I'm here today, and I feel good.
We here.
I have no pain or anything, and I'm just ready to move on, see what I got to do about it. So,
well, we here, blessed, booked, and busy. No matter what, we weather the storm. We are here like we are every Monday on the Mignon Show with your girl Roz. Doing what we need to do while everybody out at them cookouts, eating food, swimming, all that kind of stuff. We are here doing we are called to do.
And we love it.
Yes, we do.
We love it. And that's why I was telling people I love doing my show on Mondays because I'm always here on every holiday that falls on a Monday.
Yep. And a lot of them fall on Monday.
A lot of them fall on Monday.
Here too, so
a lot of them fall on Monday, but I love it. I hope everybody out there is enjoying your Labor Day. I hope it was awesome and amazing. Got a chance to spend time with some family and some friends and just have all that love around you. Because I'm saying it's so important just to have people that love you, that really love you around you.
I'm about to put that in there.
You know, because people will say they love you,
and
then they really don't.
You really know who love you when stuff happen like your back injury or my husband injury or you lose. So when you need somebody, you really see who's really your sis or your friend or all these terms that we are just so easily using. Like everybody that you meet is not your friend.
No,
like,
they not.
Seriously, but you really see when you through your storm, because we all either headed to a storm, coming out of storm, or in a storm. So we always in it. And when you in your storm, you realize who really there or who really not. And so it's up to you to pay attention to that.
Absolutely. So guys, we have come to our first break. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to get into our topic of discussion.
Yeah.
So you are watching the Mignon Show with Mignon and Roz. We'll be right back.
Y'all ready to move a little bit here? It's been a long time ill. Hey, I watch the bug of it. We're gonna start off in cruise control for you, baby. And nice and easy, fella. Gonna do this for all the sexy Aquarians in here. Happy birthday to you, baby. Let the pocket watch here. Happy birthday to Miss Sabrina. Yes, right, baby. What you say, baby? I'm coming to you. And Mr. Danny got a birthday. Happy birthday to you, Danny. What you got for me, baby? A big paw. Happy B-Day to Big Paw. Watch the pocket watch here. And Lauren got a birthday. That's coming from the sexy Troy. Too smooth, Troy.
That's right. That's right. Shout out to all the sexy Aquariuses in here. All right. Hey, I Belladonna, watch the Baba do the work. He's up on him, Cherie. Sweet Cherie, baby. Yes, indeed. Hey.
Take the lead tonight. Who's it gonna be? I'm gonna sit right here, tell you all that comes to me. If you have something to say, you should say it right now. You're right. You give me a feeling that I've never felt before, and I deserve it. You know I deserve it. It's becoming something that's impossible to ignore. It is what we make it, but I was wondering maybe if I make you my baby, if we do the unthinkable, would it make us look crazy? Well, if you ask me, I'm ready. I'm ready. Well, if you ask me, I'm ready. I know you have said to me, this is exactly how it should do it. Meant to be. Time is of the earth, so I'll wait for eventually. If we gon' do something right, we should do it right now. Yeah. Oh, you give me.
Hello and welcome back. You are watching the Mignon Show. I am your host, Mignon.
And I'm your co-host, Roz.
So, guys, what we're going to talk about today is that it is September. It's a brand new month, the
Yes.
9th month of the year. But also, it is Suicide and Depression Awareness Month.
Yes, it is.
So we are definitely going to take this time and, talk about it. We always talk about how important depression and suicide is. And also with college students going back to school, in school, kids going back to school and everything. Depression is very heavy. Depression is very heavy among our college students, and so if you have any child that's going back to school, we can't tell you how important it is to check on your children. It may look good on the outside, normal, but remember they're fighting everything in here because we know that is a mental disorder. So we're just going to talk about some things today to give you some tools of how you'll be able to help someone that you think may be dealing with depression, anxiety, and all those things. Because, I'm not a stranger to it.
Right.
I am definitely not a stranger to depression or anxiety. It is something that I definitely would not wish on my worst enemy. It's a very, very dark place and a very lonely place. You can be in a whole crowd or crowded room, and it makes you feel like you're always just alone, always alone. So, what you got to say about that, Roz?
I was actually looking for something that I was gonna I was gonna read as I'm scrolling through, but yes, you guys know I am no stranger to depression, PTSD, anxiety. As I came out a couple of months ago, I think, was it May? May is mental health. When I came out in May, and I spoke a little bit about the fact that I have, been clinically diagnosed with depression for years, without a lot of people knowing. And I think it wasn't until I posted my post that, people may have reached out. And I think a lot of people don't understand it or how to deal with it. Even a person who's depressed is, trying to deal with it and understand it. Also, I definitely do think that we need to talk about it more because it affects the young, it affects the old. There is no gap in age, sex, gender, or anything when it comes to depression. I think that in the African American community that we have been taught not to seek help, counseling, therapists, and things of that nature. And unfortunately, we have not completely eradicated that myth or that old wise tale or whatever it is that we want to call it. So this month I encourage, I believe everybody should have a mentor or a therapist or somebody that they can talk to. So
Absolutely.
just everybody, young, the old. Mignon and I both on a board for Daughters with the Purpose Mentoring Group. So we hear some things, we see some things. We're in the school, we hear some things, and we see some things, and that's why I say it has no age. You guys know that I do the Out of the Darkness into the Light walk. This in DC every 2 years, and you see. Each year that I have done it, I see them younger and younger committing suicide. When I see moms with the pictures of their child on their babies, 10, 11 committing suicide and things like that. So it's something that affects us all, and we need to really start treating things like this like it affects us all. Don't wait till it affects you to want to care about it and to seek information about it. We need to come together now.
Absolutely. And the Mayo Clinic, we was reading some information about that, and the Mayo Clinic states that 3 million new cases per year.
3 million.
3 million new cases.
That's a lot.
That is a lot, because it's you know what, depression is so real, because you can get depressed out of any situation. Yep. You can get depressed from being in a bad relationship. Yep. You can get into depression from losing someone due to death. You can go into depression from kids being so young, from being bullied. It's so many things that will trigger you to be able to go into depression, is because it's something happening to you that you can't talk about.
Yep.
Rape. And so when you think, when I hear the number 3 million, and how many people is on the earth?
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that's on, okay, so that's only in the U.S. That's only in the U.S. But the U.S., how many people we have here in the U.S.? 7 million?
A lot.
7 million. I think it's 7 million people.
And then 3 million in the U.S.
And 3 million. So that's almost half. It's almost half the population. Another 500,000 people. But those are the people that stood up and said something.
I'm about to say, you got to think about the people who haven't even reported it.
Absolutely.
Or said anything. Because like I said, how old am I? 38? I was diagnosed this years ago. You know what I'm saying? And have been dealing with it for so long. But people see me, and you on a platform, and you're talking to people, and you don't even say, and I'm going to try my hardest not to get emotional, because this is a touchy subject for me. So when people see me, they like, oh, like Roz got it together, and don't know what I battle daily. You know what I'm saying? Just daily.
And even that's a trigger, because when people trying to keep up to what people's standards of you are, you know, because when you go into that place, it gets very dark, and you can hear those voices saying that, oh, you're so strong and you this, and because you're so in a low place, it makes you sink deeper.
And it, oh my goodness, I'm really trying not to cry, you guys, but it really does, especially in May when we talked about it, and I wrote that post. That's when I was in a dark place that I haven't been in a very long time, right? And even writing that post, the triggers that came out there, because you had some people that really went hard on me, like bashing me, like, for certain things for coming out, and I'm like, oh my goodness, no matter what I do. So for me, I feel like I gotta keep up with the Roz that everybody knows.
Yes.
Not Rosalind, who my whole name is. I gotta keep up with the Roz who's out here doing this and doing that, and blessed, booked, and busy, and helping this person, that person. And for a minute, I literally totally lost me. You know what I'm saying? Lost what I have been battling with for a long time. So I stopped taking care of what I needed to take care of to help deal with my depression, help deal with my triggers and my nightmares, and and things like that. So it is like it is a trigger to keep up. And I'm glad you said that. I remember saying to somebody, you don't know how hard it is to keep up with who everybody expects me to be.
Absolutely.
When I'm not even that person.
Absolutely.
Like it's like another job trying to keep up with how y'all see Roz. Oh, Roz always smiling. And I think
you end up wanting to live up to that.
Yes, because it's like, okay, I gotta keep smiling.
And you can't be vulnerable.
You
can't be vulnerable.
Because
you
guys will crucify me
yes.
like if I do. And I remember Valencia, you guys know, with CD management, but she's more than that to me. Like, she's a friend. She's a lot of stuff to me. And I remember one day she called me and was like, you need to be okay with not being okay.
Right.
And she was like, until you understand that it is okay for you not to be okay, you don't have to. If you don't feel like smiling, be okay within yourself not to smile a day. And I'm like, I can't, because everybody like, oh, you're not smiling today. I never seen you not smiling today. Like, I cannot be okay. So in my mind, I'm like, I can't not be okay. I have to be okay, because this is how the world perceive me. This is how everyone think I am. So it's.
And you know, a lot of time I know in this day and time, it's a lot of that is because of social media. Like, a lot of times on social media, people think they know you from what they see.
Yep.
They think they know you from what they see, and they don't see the behind the pictures, behind those things. Is that I'm only allowing you to see what I want you to see. And for me, social media is not a safe place to expose your vulnerabilities. I don't think so.
I don't think anywhere is.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that when it's time for you to be vulnerable and where you need to be around people who love you. Because like how you said, you was trying to express yourself and talk about what went on with you. And then you had people that came from all these different angles. And that could have sent you over the top. It could have sent you over the top.
I think that's where it gets hard for us, because like, so let me just read this, because this is something that I posted and I think this is true. It says depression. If you know someone who's depressed, please resolve never to ask them why. Depression isn't a straightforward response to a bad relationship. Depression is just like the weather. Try to understand the blackness, lethargic, hopelessness, and loneliness they are going through. Be there for them when they come through the other side. It's hard to be a friend to someone who is depressed, but it is one of the kindest, noblest, and best things you will ever do. I posted that August the 20th because I feel like, for me, I know it is extremely hard to be friends with somebody who's depressed, because I feel like there's some time, but it is hard to be my friend when you really know me, like when you really know what I'm going through. There was only like a really handful of people who really know that I was clinically diagnosed with this, or that I'm battling, like, should I take this medicine? Like, just all of that. Only a handful, because I always feared of what the people who say they're my sis or my friend or whatever, what they would think of me. So that keeping up with that was draining the freaking life out of me. Like, I can't tell them, like, I want to say, like, when someone asks me what's going on, like, look, I need to be honest with you. This is really who I am. That's not who I am. This is who I am. This is what I'm going through. Depression affects everyone, your friends, your family, your kids, everything. But me trying to suppress it so much so that I wouldn't have to deal with the possibilities of losing a friend. And I know people always say to me, don't worry about that person. But for me, I already have abandonment issues.
Easier said than done.
It's easier said than done. I already deal with abandonment issues. I already deal with feeling like I'm less than, or I'm not that important that somebody would care enough to stick it out with me. So for you to tell me that, and I'm already battling those anyway, you just made everything you made it true in my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is hard for someone, whether it's on social media, whether it's even talking to people. I think since May, you know, you and I talked, and, you know, ours was different. It was one night I was like, I need you to keep your phone on. You remember? So, like, yes, you was open and willing, but I told a couple of other people that, and I've totally noticed that they have totally shied away from me. And someone said something to me that hurt me so bad. They said, it's exhausting being your friend. This is going to be exhausting.
Wow.
And I was stuck. Like, I didn't even know what this would say. And this was me. They didn't even know. I was just having a conversation to let them know, like, this is what's going on with me. This is why I have kind of been isolated or whatever, trying to explain to him. It's like, oh my goodness, this is exhausting. That, like, I can't even get that word out of my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, oh,
you keep
my
hearing
goodness.
it over and over
And I'm
again.
like, is it really exhausting to deal with me? Like,
No.
am I really that bad? Because I've been working damn hard to suppress who I am.
And that's how depression do us. You know, it's very tricky, because in some ways, I'm going to say that depression is normal. That everybody on the face of the earth go through some type of depression.
I agree.
But there are some cases where it gets a little bit more severe. Like sometimes, you know, when it starts interfering with your daily life, like you can't do certain things, you can't move, you get very stagnant and those things. That's when it becomes an issue, because we know that some people have been clinically depressed all their life, and you would never know. They don't even know. They don't even know, because they still get up, they go to work, they interact with everybody, they still do those same things, but then when they by themselves in those quiet times, they have those voices, but they don't, I'm gonna say they don't
still suffering inside.
They don't recognize that as being depressed.
It's like the weight of the world, pretty much. It's like, oh, this is just everyday life. This is kind of what life is, you know. So they don't understand it. It's like domestic violence. People don't understand that they're in a domestic violence relationship, so they were educated about it. It's the same thing with depression. So you're educated. And I remember, you know, when a doctor said it to me, or I remember the first time they gave me Zoloft. That was the first antidepressant they gave me, and I remember getting this prescription, looking at this doctor like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? Like, and as the doctor was talking and bringing things, and I'm just sitting there like, oh my goodness, you know what I'm saying? It was so much, and like I said, that was years ago. So I have been battling this for a very long time, or trying to hide it. I have just came with the fact of being okay with not being okay, and so in doing that, it took a lot. I had to be vulnerable. I had to be honest. The one thing I absolutely love about my husband is his patience, but I also had to be true to him about everything that I was feeling, what I'm going through. And my husband said to me, babe, you might say like you having a bad day, and then 20 minutes later you doing 900 things, so I'm thinking you okay. And I had to honestly sit down with him like, I'm not, but in my mind, I can't let our kids see this. I still got to do this. I told the neighbors I would do this for them. You know, it was so many things that I didn't have a moment to really be like, no, I'm really not okay. And I really need you right now. I need you to be like, no, you're not doing this today, because I don't have it to say. So I thank God for my husband, because I really came out about it to him about everything. Now, he knew that I had some issues, but he didn't know the severity. Like, he did not know that I was clinically diagnosed with all of these. He did not know that. I'm not going to say it wasn't something that I was trying to hide, because truthfully, I was trying to hide it from everybody.
Right.
It was just something that just really didn't come up in a conversation until I didn't deal with it.
And that's true, because you have to be very careful when you're telling people. Like, I don't believe in telling everybody everything. That's just who I am. Because, like how you said, I don't feel as though that everybody is capable of accepting what you have to tell them. Because and I just feel as though, like, if I was to go to someone and lay my life and everything out in front of them, and then they reject me,
I'll tell you that it's exhausting.
You know, I really believe that would just really send me over the top.
I literally drove home. God is amazing, because what my thought process or what I was thinking through wasn't good. But I had my daughter in a car with me. I had my daughter in it. So, you know, your kids feel your emotion anyway. And the whole time, she in the back of the car, she's singing all kind of gospel songs, because that's all she likes to listen to. So she's singing songs. She keeps saying, like, Mommy, are you okay? Like, so the whole time she's talking to me, I'm like, okay, I'm going to make it home. Like, I'm going to get home. And then when I get home and get her to bed and do all these things, then I can just go to my husband and let him know, like, this is what happened today, because this is my safe haven for me on earth. Like, I know God got me on earth. This is my safe haven, my husband, because I told him the truth about everything, and he didn't say. What he said is, let's make this appointment so we can see what's the next step. Right. Let's call these therapists. Let me talk to your doctor. Like, did you sign a paper so that I can talk to your doctor? Do we need to, like, this is what he did. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I just got to get to him, and he my safe haven. I'm good. But then life. And then I never even sit down and say anything. Honestly, I never even uttered a word about it until just now. I never say anything. But that's the life of someone who is battling what they battling, trying to keep up with who everybody want them to be, trying to make sure that the kids okay and not see what's going on, make sure that the world is not too harsh on them, because God forbid you cannot not be okay when you do what we do, because you think we got it perfect. We surely don't have it perfect. We got problems just like everybody else has problems.
And that's why it's always that's why it's so amazing to me that when we see people in the news and we see people that has all this money and these lifestyles that we can only dream of, and you know, it goes to show you that when it comes to depression and the issues of life, Can nothing
Ain't
protect
nobody
you from
exempt
that?
from it.
Can't nothing
Ain't
protect you
nobody
from that?
exempt from it.
Nothing. Because
No,
a lot
not
of
your
times people
money.
think because, okay, if I have this amount of money, I will be okay. If I have this type of husband or this type of wife, I will be okay. If only my family would treat me like this. But it just goes to show that you're still leaving your happiness in everybody and
Everybody else's.
everything's hands
Yep.
except for your own. And that's what happens when you put your happiness in other people's hands and other things. You don't have control of it. And that's about depression. Then it ends up from depression, it goes to anxiety. And anxiety thing is about not having control. You don't have control.
Nope.
And that's when you start losing it.
Yep.
That's when you start losing it. I remember when I was in the hospital and because I was having anxiety so bad, it had went from depression to anxiety where I didn't even want to get up out the bed. I didn't even get up out the bed. I don't even know if I even washed. It wasn't even on my mind. I probably didn't, probably for about 3-4 days before I said, well, let me at least take a bath or something. But I was such in a low place, and mine was triggered because I wanted to run my own business. I wanted to do that and everything. But then I was so used and comfortable to the money that I was bringing in from my 9 to 5. And with me not having the comfort of that 9 to 5, it triggered that. I felt like I was a loser. I felt like I was letting my daughter down. I felt like I was letting God down. And my family and everybody. And I wasn't even thinking about me. It was still about
Always about
everybody
everybody
else.
else, yeah.
Everybody else. And I really felt that the world would be better without me in it. I was like, if I could just have the peace in my head, it would be all good. But what does that mean, to get peace in my head?
Right.
What? To commit suicide.
Suicide.
Because those are the thoughts that come next. And so when I eventually got to a doctor and was talking about and everything, and they was taking my vital signs and everything was so out of whack. I mean, it was crazy. The doctor just sat down and looked at me and was like, what is going on with you? You have to talk about what's going on. And I remember that day, and I said, I just didn't know. I couldn't even put it together then. I just was feeling like I had just lost everything. And so they gave me something, but I never wanted to know what they gave me. But they had to give me medication. They gave me medication that day in the hospital to put me on track to where I needed to be. But it still is an ongoing battle.
It's a battle.
You know what I'm saying? It's still an ongoing battle because of just life, period. It's so many peaks and valleys. And until we learn how to be comfortable within ourselves, to say, you know what, it's okay. Everything is going to be okay. I can't worry about it. Yeah, I may not have no money today, but it's okay. It don't mean that I'm never going to have any money.
Right.
Yeah, I may not have a job today, but it don't mean you will never have a job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so we have to get comfortable with that, and then also get comfortable with sharing with other people, because we never know what resources they may have.
And that's the one good thing that came out about my post, because when I posted, and it was a long post, and if anybody just watching want to see it, I posted May the 1st, because May is mental health, right?
Yes.
So I posted May the 1st. There was some people who said to me, thank you. And
Yeah.
I was like, you're welcome. And they was like, no, thank you. You don't understand how you helped me. You don't understand how you being transparent about who you really are and the things that you go through has helped me, because I was trying to do X, Y, and Z, but really I feel like A, B, and C, and things like that. So I do agree. And even in writing that post, I've made some connection or met some people who, there's a lot of people on my Facebook friend list that I know them maybe because I met them or in passing or we had a conversation or we went to school together, but I haven't seen you or, talked to you, but it has made some connections with some people. I have made connections with some people that's really like, hey, not only do I want to help you with this, I need to help me with this too. Let's do this. How about we come together to do this? How about we connect every week and just talk to see how, from not so much as strangers, but strangers. Like, they're not in your inner circle, and I'm like, because it was a tool to reach out and they have resources to help reach out. So you have to be okay with not being okay, and to be transparent about what it is so that people can help you. I believe that everything that we need, God has already created for us.
Right.
So everything that we need is on this earth already for us to be able to deal with it. It's just how we utilize it and what resources and tools that we really use to deal with whatever it is that we're dealing with.
Absolutely.
And it's hard. I'm not sitting here saying it's easy.
It is hard.
Like me holding these tears back right now, I have a lump in my throat because it's hard. It's hard to be honest about who you are. You know, people always tell me like, when you get older, you're not going to care what people think. When you get this, you're not going to, you don't understand what the process and the thoughts that go through in my mind. Or you don't even understand the thing. You don't know my story because I've never shared my complete total story with anybody. I've always shared a portion of my story. So you don't even understand what I battle with my depression anyway. It ain't got nothing to do with money. You know,
from where it even comes from.
You don't even know where it comes from. You don't even know what my triggers are. Because I have triggers that are, you talk about anxiety attacks. I know what those are. There's sometimes when I'm literally going in the bathroom, like pulling my head, like shaking, like trying to come out of, you know, with my feelings. So you don't even know what my triggers are to be like, oh, you'll get over one day, or know how it began or how long I've been dealing with it. So you don't know these things to anybody. So you can't tell people, pray it away. Please stop telling people that. Please stop asking them why. Please stop asking them all these questions and sometimes just listen. Because you'll find out all your answers if you just listen to people. You'll start seeing what it is that really does trigger them or what it is they don't like. You need to learn people's love languages and how to love them. I can't love Mick the way I want to be loved because the way she want to be loved is different from than how I want to be. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
What I need from you out of a friend is different from what you need from me as a friend. So I'm like, what you need from me? Because I may on in my subconscious thinking I'm doing everything, but if you come to me like, no, I don't care that you call me on Tuesdays. I really need you to call me on Friday. You know what I'm saying? You don't know those things, so we have to be okay with having these conversations, these real conversations with people who really do care about you, because those are the ones who want to really help you through, because you cannot get through depression alone.
Yes.
Or anything.
And you have to really know who your team is. Like you just said, like you really have to know the people that you have around you and who the people are that's really there to help you.
Right.
And not the ones that's just there to point fingers.
Be
not to
nosy,
point
talk about you.
Yeah, and
judge
do all that.
you,
Yeah.
and they going through their own storm themselves, but they are quick. I definitely have learned who got me. You know what I'm saying? I definitely have learned who, and there's some people that it hurts and like, dang, they really didn't really have me, you know. And I battle with it. I really do deal with that. I will. You can stop talking to me today. I hate when people just stop talking to you and don't tell you why. For me, that kills me inside, because I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? How can I do it? And I do. One of my bad problems is I will keep on reaching out. I will keep texting. I will keep calling. I will keep doing anything. Like, can you just tell me? I will apologize. I would do for like a year. You know what I'm saying? And over the last 2 years, I have done that. Like, and then finally, when I hit my point this year, to when everything was crumbling down, I'm just like, oh my God, you gotta help me let this stuff go. Like, you gotta tell me who really I'm supposed to be weaning out or whatever, because they sucking me dry.
Right.
They didn't let me go, but I'm still holding on to them. I don't know how to let them go.
And that's what it is, because, you know, we get to a point where I'm thinking that everybody does, is that at some point in time we want somebody that's going to fight for us,
right,
the way we fight for other relationships.
Amen.
I want somebody that's going to fight for me.
That's one of my triggers.
And you know, it's most of the time it's the people that give a lot of themselves. Like I can definitely see with your personality of how you're always there for everybody. You're always trying to make sure everybody else is getting what they need. And you do that. You do a great job of that. And it always is the person that does that always feel like, okay, am I going to get it back? And you don't ask for it.
It's just like you just
It's just like, and at some point you got to say to yourself, you know what, people see what you're doing. If you ain't giving me back, I really believe that it's intentional. I really believe that it's intentional, because people know when people treat them well.
Right.
Just like you know when somebody ain't treating you good, you know when somebody treats you good. You do. You know that.
And you said a good thing. I remember when my first interview was with you and Sherry, and I remember y'all asked me something about my husband, and I said, I love him because he's the first man that ever fought for me.
Yes.
I always say that the reason why he is the first man who has been consistently fighting for me from the day we met, November the 26th to today. Like, he always fight for me. He will, and I remember when I said it, you guys was like, wow, and I'm like, yeah, I don't mean physically fight for me. I don't mean get up and throw some hands. He will.
But if he have to,
he will.
Yeah.
Let me put that in.
If he have to,
will. But he fought for me, and he fights for me daily on a or just so self-conscious. He will always fight with me, and that's why I love him so much. And I'm like, that's why I fell in love with him, because I didn't know what that felt like.
Yes.
I always feel like nobody fought for me. I fought, and I still fight for friends, for people who don't like me. I'm like, why? What did I do? Let me apologize, because I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? That is one of my triggers with this abandonment, feeling like somebody don't care enough to fight for me. Because if you know me, you know I'm fighting. Like, I'm going hard for it. I don't know how to just let folks go. And that's another reason why I love my couch potato right now, because I know that even through what he going through now, every day, you know, we have routines, we have little things. I think I posted about how Imani left him a note on his mirror. So when I came out to him about how bad it was and everything, he started leaving me little notes on the mirror, on my side of the mirror.
Okay.
And so, you know, people always watch. So he'll leave little notes and say he'll love me or whatever it is, a little message, a joke or something. So my daughter has been seeing that. So the other day, I woke up on the side of his mirror. She put a note to him. And it said, like, I love you, Dad, or whatever. But I say that to say, my husband goes to great lengths to make sure that I know that he's going to keep fighting for me. Whether it's a note, whether him sitting on the couch watching this show right now, no matter what it is, even when he sees that I'm cringing, even when he kissed my forehead when I don't even want to be touched, he like, I'm still going to love her through this.
Right. But
like
that's how it has to be. I mean, when you're talking about loving someone, you used the term before that he loved you back to health.
Yep.
And that is so important. And you can take that and you can do that in every relationship, even with trying to build a friendship, because a lot of times people don't believe that they can have good functional relationships, even with women to women, men to men. And so basically what you have to do is have to love that person back to where they are open and they can receive that type of love from you, and that is about building, like that bond building. And a lot of times we don't take enough time to do that.
Nope.
We come into relationships with people, we think everybody's supposed to be perfect, everything together, and the littlest thing that someone do, we ready to just kick them to the curb.
Friendship, relationships,
everything.
Relationship is. That is true.
Everything. We ready to kick them to the curb. Instead of in the beginning, learn people first. You ain't all of a sudden you meet somebody, oh yeah, that's my best friend. Oh yeah, this is my boyfriend. Oh, this gonna no. Take your time. Learn people. Learn their habits. Knowing what you can compromise with in a relationship. Know what your deal breakers are. You don't have to keep on trying to be a friend to somebody and they keep on putting you down or belittling you and you the only one fighting. No, that ain't healthy.
Yeah, I said that. I don't want
that's
friendships
not healthy.
Just one way anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want one way. I don't want a friendship where it's just give, or take. I want it to be, and I'm dealing with that, like being okay with, like, when they show me who they are, be okay with I don't love you no less. I just love me more than I love this situation.
Right.
And I still wish you the best, but just not for me. Because this is a trigger for me.
Right.
And I gotta be okay with letting these triggers go, because I'm doing self-hurt to myself.
Right.
Like, at this point, you're not even doing it anymore. You know, you didn't do, I'm doing it.
Right.
Because I'm still holding on to you. You let me go a long time ago.
Right.
And I'm still holding on to you. And I know that is one of my problems, learning to, like, let go of people.
Well, it's not a problem. It's just one of her challenges.
My challenges.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna get through it.
Yeah, you're gonna get through it.
Like, okay.
You're gonna get through it. It's one of the challenges. But it's just life. Yeah, life teaches us all these things. Life, because I'm telling you, I'm waking up to that too, and I'm trying to be really reserved with the things that I say, the things that I do to people, how I welcome people. Like, I'm really in a place now where I really want to keep my circle small. I don't want to let everyone in anymore. Right. You know, just like you said, I love you from a distance, but the circle is closed for only people that I know that really cares for me. And
I learned that with you watching you for, I don't even know if I should be saying this, but for your birthday. I ain't going to say too much because I don't want to hurt no feelings or step on no toes, but I learned something from you during that time. You know, for me, I'm always like, people always, Roz know a lot of people. I do know a lot of people. A lot of people just don't know me. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, I went to, graduated from high school. We still all Facebook friends. We keep in contact. We do this. So when I have birthdays, when I have a party, I want to invite everybody this. And then your birthday made me really realize, and having a conversation on your birthday, and I was like, I be want to have parties for all these people and celebrate with all these people who don't
care for you.
Not at all.
Don't even care
No,
for
never
you.
mind. They just really coming for the food or the drinks or whatever
Or
it
just
is.
to see what's going on.
See what's going on, talk that trash, have that gossip, whatever. Like, and I was like, wow, I really need to like get it in my head. Like, this is what it is right here. And all of them are fine.
Yes.
I ain't beefing with none of
No.
them. But when it comes to my intimate moments, when it comes to me,
You want to keep them. You want to keep them intimate and sacred to you. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep those things very intimate and sacred.
Because I need to protect me.
Exactly.
I need to protect me. I need to protect my mental health. Really, I really need to protect my mental health. And right now, I know that it's in a not good state right now. So I need to protect it. And so when your birthday came around and we had these conversations, I literally went home and sat and thought, and I was like, wow, I need to change how I'm thinking about these things. Like, I'm thinking, so in my mind, I'm like, the more people I be around, it'll keep me like, but really, I realize the more people I be around, the more triggers I have.
The more triggers you have.
And not even, I'm thinking, if I'm around a lot of people and I have this whole crowd around me, I ain't gonna have time to be depressed or crying. Then I realize it's the more triggers I have, the more people that I'm like letting around me, because I'm absorbing all of this and trying to hold on to all of this when God was like, you don't need all of this anyway.
And you don't. And like as we get older and stuff, we need to start like how you can see it anywhere, all on Facebook, everywhere. If you talk to people, they say the older they get, you have a lot of friends. You have a lot of friends to do a lot of things with you. But then as you get older and you started understanding what a real relationship is and that quality time and that how people become sacred. Like I believe that my friendships now are sacred to me. They mean a lot more to me. It ain't I ain't care about what nobody else think of them or who they are, what they do. It's what I think of them, what they do for me.
Right.
And that's what matters. And so I want to spend my time with those people.
Right.
I don't have to impress anybody because I'm to the point I care less.
Right. And that's what I like, when you can be with your real friends and you could just be who you are.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to have those friendships like they about to come over my house. Oh my goodness, I gotta do this.
I gotta do this.
Let me clean up real
Excuse
quick.
this. Excuse that. Oh, I gotta do this. No, I'm
my
not
real
doing
folks,
that.
my real folks come to my house. I ain't about to say nothing. First of all, you know me enough to know you about to walk through this door and you gonna see whatever it is you gonna see. I ain't about to clean up now. I ain't about to. I ain't about. You better go in that refrigerator if you want some eat. Like,
yes.
I have wore a mask for so long. You know what
Yes,
I'm saying?
no more masks.
I don't want, like, I thought I took it off, but really I just put it on a show to try to suppress it and not deal with it. So now I'm at an age, I'm at a point in a time in my life where I'm like, the hell with this mask. I want to be exactly unapologetically who I am.
Yes.
And be okay with it. And if you're not okay with it, that's fine.
That's fine too.
I'm okay with it. And my circle is okay with it. And my circle protects me and keep me so sacred that you ain't even gonna get through to me to even hurt me, because that's how I am for my circle. I'm like, hold up,
because now they didn't create a boundary. Now, we not gonna.
It's like God, like these are the people who I have that's going to surround you here on earth, and I have touched and anointed all of them to make sure ain't nothing coming your way. And that's where I'm at now. Like, I'm like, you know what? The hell with all of that and all these people and all of these things. Like, my armor around me, God is definitely always, so don't ever think that I'm taking God out, because he always, but I now realize the people who he got around me that's going to protect me, like, that you can't even get, like I said, I always talk about my husband, because the one thing about my husband, you ain't touching his wife. Verbally, mentally, physically, emotionally, you're not touching him. He fought too hard for me. The same thing with, I've realized who my real friends are. You ain't touching me. You're not even going to part your lips to say anything negative in their present, because you know their love for me.
And that's another thing right there. That's another thing what's so important to me, is that I always, this is how I watch friendships. I watch people who come and tell me something that somebody else said about me, because I'm like, wow.
How they get all that conversation?
Why would they come to you? They felt very comfortable coming to you to talk about me. So therefore, they must know that me and you ain't as tight as we say we are.
That's a problem.
And that's a problem for me.
If somebody, if you come
that's
to me
a problem.
with that means that they were comfortable and you made them comfortable in some kind of way. Here's the thing about me.
And repeating the bull crap.
Ain't nobody coming to me, talking to me about any of the people that I say that are my friends.
That's
ain't
right.
Nobody coming to me. Because if they coming to me talking about it, like if it's a mutual friend, it's like, oh, I need to come to you. I'm talking to you because Mick did it. I'm like, hold up. Hold on, let's call Mick. Let's all meet up. Let's do this like real adults do, because we're not going to, like, you're not going to be that comfortable to talk about me and talk about my friend to me. Like, that's
right.
just, We just not even gonna have
That's
that.
how I feel.
I'm
gonna
shut
it down, and then I'm not that friend that's gonna come back and tell you what they said.
Yep.
I'm not that, because my thing is that why would I go to my friend and tell them something that's gonna hurt them that another person said that means absolutely nothing to them.
Yep. I will shut it down.
Nothing.
Like, you ain't never gonna do it again, because I'm like, let's have this conversation. Let me do this one time, because it's your only warning. This is how I feel. This is where I stand with her, and that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. We gotta start having those boundaries, and I think that's why we are in the condition that we're in. Because I know for me coming up, I used to live that life of friendship. Friends talking about friends, backbiting. It even has strained me and my own sister's relationship for years, that we're still trying to come out of all the damage that was done to our relationship because of other people claiming to love us and to be our friends. You know what I'm saying? So later for that, and it caused a lot of headache, anxiety, depression, and everything. So I'm telling you guys, we gotta do better. So if you have a friend, somebody out there that you know that have isolated themselves, you know, and they going through certain things in life, just in life period, where they have fallen back, try to be that listening ear, you know what I'm saying? And y'all, don't be so quick to give up, because when you're depressed, I'm telling you, I could have my phone in my hand and see you calling. I am not going to pick up. I am not going to answer. But I tell you something, because I know it happened to me. I lived this. My friends was calling me. I wasn't answering. But I had one friend. She kept calling and kept calling and kept calling. And one day I answered. Yep. So keep calling. Keep calling.
Don't
go over the house. Check up on them. You know they there. Go look for their car, whatever. Pop up to their job, because a lot of times we're still functional. We'll go to work because we're in that routine. Go pop up. Have lunch with them. Do something. But don't just let them just fall by the wayside, because I'm telling you.
We need each other.
I had a friend that killed herself due to depression. When I tell you I have dealt with depression as being a friend, as going through it myself, watching loved ones, it is real, and we cannot let them go. I think we have a call. Okay, not yet. Okay, so what I want to give everybody the suicide prevention hotline. That number is 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-8255. Sometimes, guys, you can just call that number and get resources. A lot of times when people are going through things, you have to go and get the resources for them to know what they can do. Get a therapist number. Find out a support group. Support groups are great, because it always gives you a chance that, sometimes you could just go, you could just sit and then, listen in on what's going on, and then you will be able to have people around you that will be able to help you. Because I believe one day that if they're going to go to the support group to listen, that one day they will speak. They will speak. So no pressure on them, guys, but just let them know that you're there for them. They just want to feel like somebody loves them and somebody cares about them. The bottom line, we've all been there. We've all been there, but everybody don't deal with it the same.
And before we go, I definitely want to give this number to a therapist who has posted this on Facebook and said, text Let's Talk About It, who offering free services if you just text and say you need some therapy. So that text number is 301-917-5391. She has posted on her social media. Again, text her Let's Talk About It, or talk to 301-917-5391. Just if you need to talk and deal with what you're doing with it. And she's been in the business 25 years, I believe.
Absolutely. And guys, don't forget, depression is real also with people who have terminal illnesses. So don't forget about your friends and everybody that goes through cancer, HIV, all those different things like that. Because remember, y'all, everybody is wearing a mask. So check in on them as well, guys. Make sure that they are okay, because this depression thing is mental. It's mental. They're fighting against their own thoughts.
Yes.
So we have to be able to do all that we can do to be able to help the next person.
Amen.
So we definitely want to just thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. If it's something that we have shared here that you can use, or you think that someone else can use, please share the video. Also, subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe.
So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back next week. Thank you. And everybody have a great evening.
Good night.